Mars has been the focus of For All Mankind for the last 3 seasons, and tensions have been rising on the Red Planet, resulting in a full-blown uprising from the denizens of Happy Valley. The protest-turned-revolution was largely driven by a demand for autonomy from Earth's restrictive control, with the rebellion sparked by worker unrest following the news of Helios Aerospace and the Karajan Corporation's plans for a rise in automation. The plans were leaked by Alex Poltov, Sean Kaufman, and Lily Dale, Ruby Cruz, in an attempt to prevent the Martian working class from being irradiated, and while done with good intentions, their continued efforts to stop Mars from becoming an experiment for the rich ultimately resulted in a violent clash in Happy Valley. Screen Rant's Liam Crowley spoke to For All Mankind star Ruby Cruz about that uprising on Mars, the injury her character Lily sustained in the process, and what her defiant nature means for her moving forward. The deeper meaning behind Lily's defiant nature. While Lily is met with the repercussions of her actions, effectively left in a coma from the chaos she and Alex caused, Cruz told Screen Rant that though she wants Lily to fully sit with the realization of what she's done, she doesn't want it to stop her from fighting for the cause she so deeply believes in. Ruby Cruz: that's so interesting because I feel like she has this very admirable, but kind of irresponsible, fearlessness that I really love about her. I was really excited to explore her being a young person, actually finding her voice, and finding out that she has a voice in fighting for what she believes in, and stopping at nothing to fight. I think that it is a big moment for her to realize the repercussions of her actions on her own, on herself, and on her personal life. And if I'm speaking genuinely, I don't want it to affect how she is. You know what I mean? I want her to keep fighting. I love that about her, and I think more people need to be like that when fighting for what they believe in and not thinking about themselves. But as a young person, I don't know. I think she does take the bullet a little bit and is like, oh my god, what am I doing? I need to slow down, at least for a second. And then I think she can build her strength back up. Something positive that comes out of the leak is the clarity it brings to Lily's relationship with Alex, with the chaos of the revolution urging her to be that much more bold as she takes matters into her own hands and pushes for Alex to confess his love for her. Ruby Cruz: that's who Lily is, and that's who Alex is. He is a very respectful, stay-in-his-lane kind of person. I think Lily, as we know, is very impulsive and very passionate. I think her very heightened reality and things coming to a crescendo in terms of her environment, things are getting really intense. Smoke is clearing in the way of, like, okay, who do I want to be around while we're going through all of this? It's kind of clarifying to her. Who do I care about? Who actually cares about me? It made me really happy that she was taking things into her own hands, taking the reins, because I think that is who she is. I'm happy for them. It is a slow burn in terms of their lifetime because they've grown up together, but you catch them at the time when the flame ignites, which is nice. As for how their potential romantic relationship stands to impact them as freedom fighters, Cruz said it's definitely distracting. Ruby Cruz: it's distracting, I would say. It is very distracting, but I think it's also inspiring in terms of them having something to fight for, something even more. I love Alex and Lily. I really do. Growing up on a planet so far away from the rest of humanity is a very isolating experience, and having someone there to share it with is very connective and nice. Comforting. The impact of Alex and Lily's actions. Alex and Lily's leak leaves a lasting impact, particularly when it comes to Happy Valley peacekeeper, Celia Boyd. After learning about the automation plans, Celia investigates the suspicious death of North Korean worker Yoon Tae-min and discovers it was a murder covered up by her own security colleagues. This prompts her to confront both her partner, Fred, and other superiors, as she realizes that Happy Valley's administration is tied to the plans for automation. While she tries to keep the peace amid the civil unrest that results from the leak and prevent an all-out war, Celia is also adamant about seeking justice for the cover-up. Speaking to Screen Rant, Mireille Enos, who plays Celia, said that not only does she not regret her actions, but the leak helped her solidify her belief that she's fighting for the right side. Mireille Enos: no, I don't think she regrets it at that point. In fact, if anything, I think that makes her want to dig her heels in because the prospect of them essentially starving an entire colony's worth of people, that's a real bad guy move. So she definitely wouldn't want to align herself with them. Each of those lines in the sand that Earth kind of sends up to Mars, I think, helps solidify her belief that she's fighting for the right side. It also helps her form some major alliances in her quest for justice, including with Miles Dale, played by Toby Kebbell. As for how she plans to gain the trust of him and his comrades, Enos told Screen Rant that Celia is far less concerned about that and far more focused on doing what she thinks is best at every given moment. Mireille Enos: I think Celia tends not to care that much what people think about her. She's just doing what she thinks is best at every given moment. I think she believes that they'll either trust her or they won't, and she doesn't really care one way or the other. She's just going to keep making the best decision she can. And if that leads to their trust, then that's great. Because there's even a scene between her and Miles, where she's like, "This is not my fight." And he's like, "There's nobody else. It is your fight because there's no one else to stand in your shoes."